Thank you for tuning in. This is just a quick training on setting up the compass signal conditioners with Orbit GCS. Compass hooked up to your computer, you can open Orbit GCS just like you would for the Orbit network. Hit Menu and then go to Hardware and then click Connect just like you would the Orbit network again. Now this time it will actually bring up the signal conditioner as a network. And then you click Find All Modules. And that will bring up the probe. And the serial number will, of course, match the serial number on the module, and you can see the reading right there. So the compass is basically acting like an Orbit module. Then hit Create Dimensions, and then what we're actually going to do is go to the Dimensions page. And here, just to start, we want to set the scaling to match that of the probe. So we're just going to have the max be +5, since this is a ±5 millimeter probe. Then the min -5. Of course, here you can always set the warning limits, fail limits, just like you would any digital probe. Save. Now, if you have an SCD one, you'll see that the reading on the unit itself should match the reading on Orbit GCS. And one thing you can do, if you do 0 the SCD1 unit, the 0 should carry over into the Orbit GCS software. Though it should be noted that if you do 0 in the Orbit GCS software, that will not necessarily carry back to the readout itself. Now the next step, let's record some data. So first we want to go to Part and actually go to Logging, and then switch over to Continuous Log Mode. And then let's just create a log path, or just basically an area to save the file. And actually, I pre-created a folder named Compass. Name the file itself Compass. Now here we'll set a keyboard trigger as the space bar. But again, you can make it the enter button or a variety of other buttons. And then when we go to controls, this is where you can set the soft keys, and those are the 4 buttons on the right-hand side of the screen. We're just going to do a start log, stop log, and trigger sample. We're back at the gauge screen. Let's take some readings. Just click start log. Enter the file name, and just either through use of the spacebar or the trigger sample button, take a bunch of measurements. We'll click stop log, go back to parts. Then if you go back to the logging screen, you'll see the most recent file. All the data is listed right there. However, it is also saved to an Excel file. If you haven't set up the Excel file, you can also click export, and then they can also export it to a file. Now let's take a look at the Excel file that's been saved. So again, I went into the Compass folder. Let's open up that particular file. And if you'll see, all the data is saved in an Excel spreadsheet as well. That includes a timestamp, and includes the file name, any limits, such as a max limit or a min limit, if you have set those, and of course the data itself. So now this concludes the Orbit GCS portion of the Compass Signal Conditioner training. Again, if you have questions, contact your local Solartron representative. Thank you and have a good day.